yesterday, so obviously a lot of energy expended.
Yeah. It's a good question. I mean, back-to-backs are always hard, especially when you have to travel. It's a grueling schedule for us at the moment. What, 9 days, and now we have one more, and we've got two more. So to go here and look, obviously I always say going into the game, the idea is to win, but not kill anyone here. And in knowing that we got the Commissioner's Cup on Tuesday, but still playing really good ball, and eight isn't. We just got to be eight strong.
And then Brianna Stewart, her performance yesterday, especially in the first half, she just kind of stepped up for the missing bodies you had. Can you just speak to how she's playing and kind of just stepping up in that leadership role?
Yeah, look, I think that's the development of Stewie. I mean, Stewie can do everything. That's the beauty of having a great player on your team. But I think especially our big three have great chemistry at the moment. Sabrina's doing a good job, and JJ, and then Stewie. But it was good to get Stewie some touches and put her in position so she could be really aggressive. And I mean, the rest is up to her. She's a great player making plays at both ends of the floor for us. I mean, just with her ability to block shots and her activity on defense, helps us to continue to grow as a team.
We'll go over to Zoom, starting with Jackie.
Good afternoon, Sandy. I was going to say good morning, but anyway, in the past 5 games, the team's defensive rating has been eighth best in the league. I mean, a number that reflects your eye test about how the defense hasn't been at its best. I guess what I want to know is, when a team is very taxed by a taxing schedule, is the defensive focus, communication, and the will to defend the first thing that goes when players deal with that fatigue?
Yeah, no, 100%. There's areas we can be better defensively. We know that. Some of it's just a lack of communication, a lack of focus, a lack of commitment, things that we can change, definitely. But the beautiful thing of that, I mean, our offensive rating is off the charts. So sometimes you have to forgo something when you got good offensive execution as well. But I think all coaches, we still want us to commit to defense, and no different to tonight. We know they're going to be fatigued, and they just need to, where we can be aggressive, and then at times, obviously, how can we just be smart and control the opposition.
And speaking of being smart, obviously B is out for a 3rd game. Do you imagine her returning to play for the Commissioner's Cup? And has that swelling and soreness that she had after the Phoenix game, has that gone down from what you've heard and seen?
Yeah, look, I think it's improving, definitely. I mean, she had a little workout today on court, and it's just how they respond. And, we're always going to take a big picture. It'd be nice to have her in the Commissioner's Cup, that's for sure, because an extra body, and, our schedule's a little bit probably more grueling than the team that we will play, and the Lynx, and we know how tough that they can be. So, we'll see how tomorrow we'll make a decision, and if she can go, that's a great thing for us.
Thank you, and good luck.
Alfred?
Hi, Coach. In the past 3 games, Kayla Thornton is averaging 13 points on 67% shooting. She also now ranks in the top 10 in the W this season in 3-point shooting. What are some ways versus Atlanta today that the team can, get her into those spots to make her effective on the offensive end?
I think we just keep doing what we have been doing. It's obviously we have a system, we space the floor. It's her making the most of those opportunities, and this team does overhelp on penetration, so we still need an aggressive mentality getting into the paint, and we got some pretty good passes. So her spacing, if we can find those open looks for her, I mean, we know that that's a money shot for us.
Great, thank you, Coach.
Jeff?
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today, Coach. My question, with this packed schedule, how much has the charter flight process, one that your players have had a direct role in, namely Brianna Stewart, how much has that been helpful in this process as you prepare for a very busy continuing slate?
Oh, no, I think it's been great. Obviously the charter, it's something that players have been working towards for years, and you talked about Stewie being impactful in that area as well. But I think it just allows, especially in a compact season like this, is just being able to arrive to your destination the night before a game instead of having to waste a day on the travel day, the next day in between. So, and like I said, it allows them to have a little bit more recovery, get a good night's sleep, and start the next preparation for a game.
And also, what have you been impressed by when it comes to Marquisha Davis's increased playing time amidst several absences in the lineup?
Yeah, look, it's been good to get Q in there for some minutes here, and she's a player that we know has a lot of talent, and she's just, she's still young. It's a big transition from college to the pros, but she's really, every day you see her growing and in confidence as well, and growing in familiarity, feeling comfortable in the system as well, and hopefully we can get her some more minutes tonight. And I think the more opportunities she gets, I think she'll feel more comfortable. And but like I said, we know she has a bright future, even if she's playing limited minutes now.
Appreciate your time and insight. Have fun out there today.
We'll go to Brian and finish with Gabe.
Hi, Sandy. Good afternoon.
Right.
Today is Jordan Canada's Atlanta Dream debut. What was the preparation process like for a player like Canada who you've seen over the years and coming into a brand new environment like Atlanta?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of unknowns, isn't there? I mean, it's a new team, but we do know what Jordan Canada does. She had a great year last year. She continues to get better and better, and she might be, obviously a little gassed in terms of playing at this level, and in terms of, not having that experience. The only way you get conditioned is by doing something. But yeah, she's going to give him a lift. I mean, obviously they've got Ryan Howard out, so it's a dangerous player. So in our preparation, we just had to go back to what we saw from the past. We kind of know what she does, and we've got to try and limit her as much as we can.
Thanks. And with JJ, I saw a stat last night that she's made more three-pointers already this season than she did all of 2023. How do you think her three-point shooting has allowed the offense to sort of hit a new level?
Yeah, I think just that, we're finding ways, she's a great inside-outside presence, and we're finding ways to get her in those situations with how we run our sets, and then it's just, JJ making big plays. She's always been a great three-point shooter. We're just able to get her those more open looks on the perimeter, and then she's shooting them with confidence.
Thanks. Good luck out there today.
Hey, Coach. Thanks for joining us today. With the great start, I'm sure some of the turnover numbers haven't been your favorite, with 19, especially in the last game, and especially on the points per possession after those live ball turnovers. So what have you seen has really caused those turnovers, and what adjustments can be made to limit those?
Yeah, quite honest. I think a lot of them, half of them at least, unforced. I mean, we just have to play. When a little fatigue sets in, or a little frustrations, we got to play. We got to play with a little bit more poise and not get sped up. And that's what we do. I think we put ourselves in tough positions, and not reading the defenses behind the ball. We've got to have be open minded. That's been a bit of an Achilles at the start of the year, and last few games as well. But I think our foul discipline too, we got to be better at that. And this is a team, facing Atlanta tonight. We can't just let them get to the foul line. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.